The bass drive. The bass drive.
Tarquin from Asphalt Jungle.
And I'm Ingram. Welcome to the Junglization. We are Asphalt Jungle. We're starting a new song for our latest release, Junglization, rock electronica album. We've got Pro Tools running, we've got some guitars, we've got some amps. We're going to start the session, and why don't you come on in?
What's up, guys? I'm trying to use a ring modulator. We do rocktronica. For you guys who care, check it out. Alright, so what we got here is that mic in a cabinet with a Bear M160. It's a ribbon mic. I'm going through the desk, actually going through the Trident console. And I'm far micing it about 4 feet away with a Neumann TLM 49, and that's going through the UA tube mic free, and we're taking it directly down the tape, and then we bounce it down to Pro Tools over here, in which we get the advantage of being able to edit it and do some really crazy funky things, and we take it out of there and we'll put it in the Akai, and I can even do some crazy things. What's up? I got a whole amp collection here. What I do is I have my Ampeg trusty system selector. What I can do here is I got an amp selector and a speaker selector. So I can get all my amps to route it to any speaker. So if I want to use, right now I'm using the Softtech through the Marshall. What I do is I just basically dial the amp selector to Softtech and to the Marshall to the speaker selector, and we got it. I could do that on any Rogue, taking the Seymour Duncan to I have a Fender in there, Fender Dual Showman. I got a Legacy cabinet. I could just mix and match, and everything is just perfect for when you're recording guitar. If I want to go, oh man, you know what? I need, here's a Softtech. I'd say I want, oh man, you know what? I want this from, instead of the Softtech, what I want is I want to go into the Seymour Duncan. Just flip the switch back here, and I go, okay, I want it through the Marshall. I take it to the Duncan, and now I can get any kind of tone I want. I can adjust it. Go, oh, well, you know, I want it a little more overdrive, whatever. So it actually works out really well that I can do any of that. I can do the same with the Marshall. I can do it with the Sun if I want a cleaner sound. So it's actually gives me total flexibility on the recording process of guitars. We like to record a variety of keyboards. As you can
see here, we've got some really vintage analog stuff, really some great pieces. We've got a Juno 60, we've got an old Korg MS-20, a lot of really meat and potatoes analog stuff, as well as some digital stuff. All the analog stuff ultimately will go through the Trimix console. We'll a lot of times use the preamps from that, as well as the 610, the UA 610 preamps. Even the digital stuff, we eventually will run through a preamp of some sort because it warms the whole thing up. Most often the keyboards will probably go directly to Pro Tools because we like to cut the stuff up. We like to have a lot of potential for editing and so on. Keyboards more than guitar are not as much of a performance issue, really. The guitar is really, again, more of a performance issue. We want to get that top to bottom. Keyboards we cut up a lot. But primarily we like a lot of the old analog stuff. We use MIDI to some degree, more or less as a scratch pad. Things will ultimately get recorded, again, to Pro Tools as audio, and then we'll cut and paste accordingly. And we'll use anything. We love pedals, we love amps for keyboards, we love to overdrive some organ sounds from the keyboards. But for now, we're just messing with the Rhodes, getting a groove. As is often the case with a lot of these kind of tunes, the process of the arrangement building starts with a drum loop, and then we'll probably add a bass line, largely depending on the kind of tune we're doing. It's rock electronica, so we're going to go with our bass line. From there, we'll start to stack things. We'll experiment. Well, we like to play together too. That's largely how our tunes develop. But again, we have a plethora of great keyboards to choose from. We've got an Access Virus that is just killing. We love it. We've got a Korg MS-2000, a digital version of the MS-20. The MS-20 is my beloved piece that really I have a large piece of my heart in. Terrific analog stuff. You just can't get that sound any other way. And again, we build things in a modern traditional sense. We build from the ground up. Drum loops, bass parts, add some guitar, add some other funky keyboards, and we go back, see what we have, and build from there.
All right, a lot of what we do with Asphalt Jungle is we do a lot of programming on the MPC 4000, the Akai. Now that he laid down a bass part, Chris, what I do is I sequence it through here, bring it back to Pro Tools and lay it down, so we have definitely a keeper on that. But at this point, the way I'm sure everybody knows the way Akai works. It all works in a, the mainframe is all based on sequences. You have, over 128 sequences in here, and you have up to 100 songs, 128 songs that you can write, actually. So, the whole thing is really based on that whole sequencing. But a lot of this it can work really well for if you need a repetitive part, a repetitive rhythm part, or percussion, or drums. So, a lot of this is just, building sequences, putting them into a song form. But then, we can manipulate them if we lay it down in Pro Tools, making more tracks, and, it's an endless operation of programming.